Karl Gunther is the owner of an apartment building who rents rooms exclusively to young, attractive women. The reason is simple. His tastes are extremely specific. Karl enjoys spying on his tenants through ventilation grates, terrorizing them with eerie noises, and even releasing rats into their apartments. His workspace in the attic is essentially a torture chamber where he designs new traps. And sooner or later, all of this will be experienced firsthand by Lori, one of his tenants, who has no idea what she's gotten herself into. Sometimes the story behind a film becomes more famous and significant than the film itself. And that's very much the case with Crawlspace, a controversial slasher best known for featuring the legendary Klaus Kinski, an extraordinary actor and an extraordinarily difficult human being. Director and writer David Schmoeller originally envisioned the main character as a deranged Vietnam veteran, but producer Charles Band felt the time wasn't right for such a figure and prédlogeal compromise. Gunther would instead be the son of a Nazi, and in return he would secure Kinski for the role. Agreeing to this deal, Schmoeller had no idea what he was signing up for. Kinski's reputation for volatility and uncontrollability proved well earned. According to Schmoeller, within the first 3 days of shooting, the actor got into 6 physical altercations with crew members, and his constant outbursts and demands quickly threw the production off schedule. The exhausting experience of working with Kinski, where every step came with a struggle, left such a mark on Schmoeller that years later he made a 10-minute short film, Please Kill Mr. Kinski, detailing what it took just to finish the project. Even so, Schmoeller ended that short by acknowledging what an incredible actor Kinski was, how much the camera loved him, and how magnetic he could be. And frankly, Kinski is the only thing in Crawlspace truly worth mentioning. It's hard to say exactly why the film turned out so empty and dull, whether Schmoeller's script was weak to begin with, or whether the filmmakers were forced to constantly improvise just to stay on schedule and within budget. But very little actually happens on screen. Formally, the film's protagonist is Lori, but we learn almost nothing about her. Worse yet, there's little desire to. She's a bland, generic final girl, whose only real asset is the appealing presence of actress Talia Balsam. Crawlspace grinds to a halt every time the focus shifts away from Gunther and comes alive again whenever Kinski appears. He plays his character, a Nazi officer's son trying to understand why killing brings him pleasure, with his trademark edge of madness. And while he's on screen, you're willing to forgive the film, its sluggish pacing and shallow writing. When Crawlspace was finally completed and released, critics predictably tore it apart. And in this case, it's hard to disagree. Despite Kinski, the lush cinematography by Sergio Salvati, and the score by Pino Donaggio, this is thoroughly disposable cinema. Still, it carries, perhaps unintentionally, a lingering idea that Nazism never truly disappears. It remains somewhere close, hiding just out of sight, watching, waiting, reminding us of its presence. And the only thing we can do is remember, refuse to let it grow again, whether in attics or in basements.